you prefer. You hesitate to say you're into him and her. Trapped in your own body from the inside out. Got your own tribe shit and what you're about. They trying to play you, trying to say to you, you don't know who you really are. Block out the madness of love's a habit. Every queer kid is a star. No turning back now. Don't look over your shoulder. The hardest part is over. No turning back now. One foot in front of the other. It feels so good when you let love take over. Let love take over. Daddy not call you by your name. Disrespecting now, they do the same. If one of us is bound, none of us are free. Equality's not destiny. No turning back now. Don't look over your shoulder. The hardest part is over. No turning back now. One foot in front of the other. It feels so good when you let love take over. Let love take over. Do it, baby, strut on now. 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 Now do it, baby, strut on now. Do it, baby, strut on now. Now do it, baby, strut on now. Do it, baby, 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 now. Let love take over. Ask girls, what you prefer. You hesitate to say you're into him and her. Trapped in your own body from the inside out. Got your own tribe shit and what you're about. They trying to play you, trying to say to you, you don't know who you really are. Block out the madness of love's a habit. Every queer kid is a star. No turning back now. Don't look over your shoulder. The hardest part is over. No turning back now. One foot in front of the other. It feels so good when you let love take over. Let love take over. Daddy not call you by your name. Disrespecting now, they do the same. If one of us is bound, none of us are free. Equality's not destiny. No turning back now. Don't look over your shoulder. The hardest part is over. No turning back now. One foot in front of the other. It feels so good when you let love take over. baby, strut on now. Do it, 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 baby, strut on now. Now do it, baby, strut on now. Do it, baby, strut on now. Now do it, baby, strut on now. Do it, baby, 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 now. Let love take over. Hey. Welcome to another episode of the Afro Sensei Show. I am Afro Sensei. Hope everybody's having a good week. Welcome to everybody in the chat so far. Welcome, Koya, first time in the chat, watch the show live. Thanks for joining. Anybody else you want to join, be sure to share a link so you can spread, get the chat going and have some nice conversation going. And if you hear a little buzz in the background, it's a fan because it's still hot, because it's still Louisiana in August. So, that's going on. Anywho, some news with me. Of course, got the day job going on still until, reach that full-time artist status. So got that going on. But also, I've been working on just little new tracks here and there for them to be something down the line, an EP or things like that, remixes, things like that. But also big news coming up next week, the next single. New single called Little Waves comes out on August the 20th. This one's definitely a different vibe than the last single, Super Swaggalistic. This one has more like a chill pop sort of vibe to it. Very laid back. It definitely fits sort of late summer vibes, more wistful, more melancholy. The Super Swaggalistic, and also the video too. Video has a more of if the last video was more 70s, this one has more of a 50s theme to it. So it's more of a narrative story to it. So that'll be exciting to watch. And that should be around about the same time as the video. As a single. So that too. And of course, got a remix coming out. And also a piano version too, so 3 versions for it, for your listening pleasure. So that'll be out soon, and so that's exciting as well. And of course, tonight we got a bunch of great artists tonight. We have go down the list. Of course, we got myself and Day Night with Super Swaggalistic, our video player again. We also have Benu Bird, I hope I pronounced that correctly. Emma V, DT Soul and Scripture. We got Figure Bay and Mother Nature. Got a kind of a throwback 90s vibe to it with that kind of video. Kind of reminds me actually of a video for, if you remember back in the day, Not About Nature's Jamboree, where they were at the fair and stuff, that kind of vibe to it. Then you got J Win, really great track. Kilo Letitia or Charizard is a great title name for a song. We got Kai and Ryan Besco with Bottom of the Bottle, some great R&B. And The Alliance, really great, what you would call posse rap, so what we used to call it back in the day. At least that's more of a New York thing, I guess, but rap group basically, but good. So really nice array of artists tonight in the show. So we get to those in a minute. But first, of course, we got our topics. Now, this has been something that has just been revelation after revelation, and just has been odd. It's been odd. That's the right word. It's been odd. Now, so apparently, Jake Gyllenhaal is the latest celebrity to come out as saying he doesn't find bathing to be completely necessary all the time. This is from Love B. Scott. So of course there was first it was Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher talking about they don't bathe until they see the kids are dirty. And then you got Kristen Bell, which is very surprising and disappointing because I loved her in whatchamacallit, The Good Place and other shows, House of Lies. And so she came out with Dax Shepard saying she was a big fan waiting for the stink. So once you catch a whiff, that's biology's way of telling you need to clean it up. Which if you smell a stink, then biology is already working its magic. You know, things are already in motion. So you had those two, and now you got Jake Gyllenhaal talking about in an interview with Vanity Fair saying, this is the quote: "I always am baffled that loofahs have come from nature. They feel like they've been made in a factory, but in fact, it's not true. Since I was young, it amazed me. More and more, I find bathing to be less necessary at times. I do believe, because Elvis Costello was wonderful, that good manners and bad breath get you nowhere. So I do that. But I also do think there's a whole world of not bathing that's also really helpful for skin maintenance, and we really clean ourselves." Oh, so yeah, the body does not parts of the body, depending on who you are, biologically do clean itself, but the epidermis in general is not one of them. Now, there is no such thing as over, bathing too much to the point where you dry out your skin. That's what that's what a wonderful invention called shea butter lotion is for. So I just why? Like, I mean, it wasn't. It's like a less serious version of the baby, basically. Like, no one asked you to tell us that you don't bathe, and that you wait till your children are dirty, till you see dirt on your children to bathe, and no one asks, like, do you bathe and how much? And then you wait till your kids are dirty. Like, no one asked that, but here we are learning about, you think the body cleans itself and you don't need to bathe, and you wait till the kids are dirty, and you wait till you see dirt. It's like. It's just like when I saw a bunch of people online, most of them white, were saying that they didn't wash their legs because they thought the water just trickled down and got the dirt off. Like, no, you have to scrub. You have to scrub and cover yourself with soap, and then rinse and possibly do it again because it's been a few days for you. And so, like, it's just clean. Get that neck, get behind those ears, like, just all that. Just rinse, wash, repeat. So. Yeah, that was disappointing news. All I have to say is, if Chris Evans or Henry Cavill are bathe optional, keep that shit to yourself. I need to maintain the fantasy, and I don't want to destroy it by your what's his name from Charlie Brown, not Linus, but yeah, the rerun after that rerun. I forgot the guy. He always was dirty. He always was dirty and carried the blanket. But yeah, I don't need Pigpen. Yes, I don't need destroyed by your Pigpen revelation. Yeah, so keep it clean, at least in public, because I don't need to know. Now, of course, The Rock, he made sure to say I shower regularly, which thank you for maintaining that fantasy I've carried since I was 13. Thank you very much. Anywho, so that was that. Just dirt and grime and just filth and trash. So yeah, so that just been just a weird ongoing revelation and an ongoing story. So that's one headline. And also another headline that a follow up from last week. Well, not last week, before last actually. This is about Aaliyah. Apparently, her uncle Barry Henderson, who was Hankerson, I think Henderson is his name, who has been very odd and weird and possessive and just shitty about keeping her music off streaming services for like the past 2 decades, basically, has finally said that they'll be available on the stream along with JoJo's music and a bunch of other artists. I think Tank, a couple of his albums, Tony Braxton's Libra, who's been in business forever. It'll finally be available for streaming online. So a bunch of different artists that were signed to Black Ground Records, to be available, but primarily, of course, the big news is Aaliyah. But is that the On With Please? Oh, Tony Braxton. Oh yes, yeah. Please, oh. Yeah, back up off of me. Yeah, that's that one. Yes, that Libra. Yes, I got to breathe. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's why he can't find it, because he's been hiding it for the past 15 years, 16 years. He's been keeping it for himself. But the catch is that while they'll be available on streaming services, Leah's estate, JoJo, I'm assuming Tank, Tony, so on, none of them are getting royalties from this.
because, you know, still shitty. So reading from Liam B. Scott, Blackground Records announced Thursday they will officially have inked a new deal with Empire report from Billboard. The deal allows the artist's music to hit streaming services for the first time ever. Leaves the state, however, it wasn't happy about the decision. Hour before the news was announced, their state issued a lengthy statement criticizing unnamed executives for coming forward to, quote, leech off the singer's career. They called the deal a unscrupulous endeavor to release Aaliyah's music without transparency or their approval. JoJo also said, basically saying, don't, if you stream it, okay, but I ain't getting paid off of it. So basically it's just like, you know, it's happening, but it's still kind of fucked up because the state and you know, JoJo and all the artists aren't getting paid, you know, for the work they put in. So yeah, still terrible. But you know, on the other side, you know, you get the mood to listen to 1 in a Million loose rap. There you go. So Koya says the people here in the chat. Yeah, draw me as a Funko Pop. It sounds interesting. I mean, I like to see it. You know, never been animated before, but you know, so that'd be a first. Yeah, if you want to send it to me, you can send it to me at afrosensei86@gmail.com, you know, if you want to. So I'd be interested in seeing what that looks like. So yeah, thank you, Koya. But yeah, so great in the sense, you know, we can listen to Leah's music and Tony Braxton's album and, you know, Tank stuff and JoJo, but still shitty because they ain't getting paid, either the state or the living artist. So take that for what you will. All right, so on that note, we will get into our first video of the night. First video of the night is actually my latest video with Day Night. This one is called Super Califragilistic. Like I said, this one had a whole 70s vibe to it. Really happy with how they came out, filmed here in town. So let's get into that one. This is me and Day Night with Super Califragilistic.
Might as well call the doctor. Popping this bitch, nigga, yeah, I'm really proper. Floss for a nigga, why they wanna talk they got her. I'm drip, hotter than lava. You know I'm the vibe, I keep my dress outside twisted, cause I'm kinda drippin'. Ooh, I just asked your bitch, but guess I'm big pimpin'. Don't step to me behind your thotty, cause I'm not tryna catch your body. I can't pop bottles where Afro Sensei dropping the boat, got the girls in the city. Open the back cause they know they rent pay. The BGC like it ain't no game. No fakes, no friends, no time for lanes. Super califragilistic, sister, how you feeling, man?
Super
video with Day Night with Super Swagalistic. Like I said, love how they came out. Strong 70s vibe, really fit the track, fit the mood. That was directed by a local director called Pant the Plug. He's directed a few of my videos, and that was, latest one. And like I said, I'm really happy with how that turned out. So, and thank you, Koya, for saying love the vibe and how and the music that it has. Thank you, and I'm looking forward to the, seeing that drawing. So, thank you again. And like I said, new video should be out soon, along with the new single. So, and that it is definitely a different vibe than that one, but I think it's a strong one too. So, other news this week, of course, some big news, I think, in terms of, if you're a member of the Beehive, Beyonce is on the cover of Harper's Bazaar this week for the September Icons issue. She gave an interview, because she rarely gives interviews anymore. Kind of insightful interview about, of course, she's on the precipice of the big 4-0, which makes me kind of feel old too, because I think, just feels like yesterday I was sitting in front of TV watching, the Say My Name video or the No 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 remix, and now, here we are about 25 years later. So there we go. So she gave an interview about her past and some things I didn't know about how she thinks she took vocal lessons from like an opera singer, and different things about her collaboration process and the different stages of her life. But and she kind of the way the question was asked and the way she answered was pretty interesting. I will say I get why she doesn't necessarily do any and every interview because of the position she's in. But I would like an interview, of course, it's been affected by COVID and things like that. But I would like an interview that was more of like the sort of following her around for a couple of days or weeks and sort of the observation, sort of storytelling sort of interview feature article. This one was more of a Q&A. It was kind of a deep dive Q&A, but still I would like that kind of that following her around and sort of getting a sense of her world and how she interacts and things like that, because we've seen things like that. We've seen that with Homecoming and the behind the scenes stuff that she's put out, but I would like to see that from like a journalist's point of view, and that's sort of like, I guess like more I guess traditional sort of storytelling thing rather than just the Q&A. But what we got, pretty great. And of course, along with that, she never comes empty-handed. She came with the Ivy Park, which more things I can't afford, which I admire the clothing. Got more of a Western theme this time, leaning more into that. Texas chic, or even Louisiana chic, because you got the whole trail ride Zydeco culture, going on too. So it kind of they feed on each other in a way. But so I wonder how much that bodes for the album, because if it's just the country visuals, or we're gonna get the country visuals and a whole full on what Daddy Listens was on Lemonade. Is it like a full version of that, or we're gonna just like kind of a little detour till we get back to whatever, what we shall see, because she in an article she said she's working on new music, so we'll see what's up next. And I don't envy her. It's from an artist's point of view, because I mean, how do you in the past 5 years it's been Lemonade, Homecoming, and then the live Homecoming, and then Black is King. Like that's doom, doom, doom. that's the bar is very high. So, and I do wonder what she'll bring out next and what it will be like. So that'll be exciting to see. Other artist news, Lizzo and Cardi B, of course, came out with a video today. I actually haven't watched the full thing yet. I've seen clips of it and it looks very exciting. Her video for her new single definitely got the whole sort of gold glamour theme to it. Rumors, I think, is the name of the track. But it definitely looks, looks bigger than life and butch. Everybody's calling up Cardi B for their, to get for their features this summer, because you had Normani with with Wild, Going Wild, I think is the name of it. And then you got her with Lizzo, and of course her and Meg did WAP, and then you got I think she did something with somebody else too. I think I can't remember, but she had her own song out called Up. It was back maybe like late spring, early summer, but she's kind of the go-to for the features lately, which makes sense. But if you go check it out, Lizzo, so her new thing, so got that going on as well. So of course, anybody else knows any new videos I've missed, be sure to put them in the chat, so we can chat about them. So but not to hold up things too much, we're getting to our next video. Next video comes from, or I like this video because it has like a strong house vibe to it, you know, that kind of house ballroom culture house vibe. This is get to Bennu Bird, the Bennu Bird with Undressed. We get to that right now. This is the Bennu Bird with Undressed.
Low key, so damn low key. Low key, low key. I can make a bold statement without ever speaking a word. My moves go undetected. Yeah, I know how to code switch. Your radar, bird fly underneath. My aura speaks for itself. I ain't gotta say a damn thing.
Climbing to the climax, that'll make 'em come back.
I'ma make you break your neck, work it till you break a sweat. You ain't seen nothing yet, you gon' have to cut this check. But she can't work it like this, make you wanna get undressed. They gon' need fluids on the set, I'ma make you break your neck.
And the category is runway. Is anybody walking?
Perfect 10, flawless coffins, what I'm putting them in. Don't get too comfortable, baby love. On the edge of your seat when I grip the glove, no trace. Straight shot, no chase, I'm in hot pursuit. My bitch serving face while I'm swerving lanes, door wheels up. Better strut that stuff, pick them heels up. Dig in, dig.
The category is bizarre.
Turn them out, I'ma get mine, yeah, I'm going for it. Tell your bitch fall back, I ain't going for it. That's dead, back where she started at, I'm far ahead. Lap where she dancing at, hey, you scared. Take the wheel, steer the ship, it's a whole lot of ass shooting from the hip line. I'ma make you break your neck, work it till you break a sweat. You ain't seen nothing yet, you gon' have to cut this check. But she can't work it like this, make you wanna
Sorry,
get
honey,
undressed.
but it's gonna be a chop.
They gon' need fluids on the set, I'ma make you break your neck.
Freedom on the runway, freedom on the run. Chasing all your dreams, babe, chase 'em while you're young. Gotta feed your spirit, love's higher on the run. Climbing to the climax, that'll make 'em come.
And the category is best dressed.
My robe is a 6-pack and some boys short. You wanna eat this box, better not be brief, I want it all. A to Z, top to bottom, everything in between just for starters. Racks in the garden, my knapsack, a few diamonds, some pearls, and a centerfold. Brains, baby, stimulation. I'm intellectually intimidated, but I never back down from a challenge. Slay this shit, they pouring in by the gallons. The way I flow, just maneuver in silence. I put in work till they hooting and hollering, and I ain't never satisfied till I'm maxing out. They put a cap on your salary, your dreams and clout. I doubt I'ma make you break your neck, work it till you break a sweat. You ain't seen nothing yet, you gon' have to cut this check. But she can't work it like this, make you wanna get undressed. They gon' need fluids on the set, I'ma make you break your neck.
Freedom on the runway, freedom on the run. Chasing all your dreams, babe, chase 'em while you're young. Gotta feed your spirit, love's higher on the run. Climbing to the climax, that'll make 'em come back.
I'ma make you break your neck, work it till you break a sweat. You ain't seen nothing yet, you gon' have to cut this check. But she can't work it like this, make you wanna get undressed. They gon' need fluids on the set, I'ma make you break your neck.
I believe God put every one of you in this space because it was meant for all of you to be here. Amen. And I just want to say, Bird, when she sat down and visualized this whole concept of what she wanted to do, it was a little out of her scope. And I said, trust the process.
For so long, I had to assimilate to this masculine, hetero norms. And I never really felt like I could be out with my femininity as much as I wanted to and be understood. I was always explaining myself, or I just couldn't just be 100% free. And now I feel like I can be free. So shout out to that. And that's it, cause I'm through. I didn't want to cry, but it's cool.
I don't want to
All right, now it's the Be New Bird with Undress. I mean, break your neck. It's chill. Yeah, that's a good one. Definitely fit the vibe with the whole ballroom vibe and the beat, everything, the flow, all that just fit really well together. A few facts about the Be New Bird. She's a hip hop artist, entrepreneur, philanthropist from Washington, D.C. She was born in '88. She began studying the art of hip hop emceeing at the age of 10. Also, she wrote poetry. Throughout high school, she also continued to write and do battle rap. She moved to Atlanta, Georgia for college, and while there, she started working in a studio with producing songwriters, and she went on to get a bachelor's degree in criminal justice from Clark University in 2010. After that, she embarked on a career in youth development in the DC area. Currently, she's fully immersed in creating a new sound and moving in hip hop, which she calls millennial soul music, like that in that term. Bird not only wants to top charts, but also to seeks to empower, uplift, and mobilize the next generation of leaders in youth worldwide. So that's so Bob's and a noble mission noble mission. So there we go. Artistic and altruistic. Say that 3 times fast. So yeah, but that was the Be New Bird with Undress. So, and of course she's on Instagram. You want to look her up and follow her. And she got some good content. And I was like, great video. I'd love to see what she's gonna do next. So yeah. I guess we get back into another news item. See what else is going on up in here. Okay. So we have top of the Leah. Bring it down. This will take not too much. Boosie strikes again. As I said last time, whenever you say the word dick, Boosie manifests, and this is no exception. So apparently, if you haven't heard, DC is planning to give Batman and Robin a little spin from the usual. Of course, for decades, it's been kind of unspoken that Batman and Robin were kind of very homoerotic, and I guess DC is just going to bring them more out in the open by having Robin be bisexual. And of course, this got under the craw of one Boosie, who went on Twitter to wring his hands about the children. What about the children? Yeah. There's a lot I can say to that, but I'm going to pass on by and read this article. So Boosie apparently has thoughts about the recent DC Comics news that's been circulating through the blogosphere this week. Revealed that one of Batman's small fleet of cyclists is bisexual. Of course, Boosie has thoughts about the news. Let's see, he posted a screenshot from Instagram user story on his Twitter. Boosie performatively wrung his hands about protecting the children, which is a rich come from someone who admitted to paying a grown man to do things to his own child. Just saying, this is the article saying, but it's known. Meanwhile, the comic in question, Batman Urban Legends, follows multiple Batman characters. So let's see if we get to the comments what he was saying. Well, basically, I guess I missed the front of that part. Basically, we're just saying it's an agenda and they trying to make the kids gay and the usual bullshit, basically. And again, it's like, as I've said before, you say you hate it, but yet you always manage to find a way to get in our business. And really in our business, just comic books in general, which, FYI, aside from Batman and Robin, and then you go down the list, X-Men, both the comic books feature LGBTQ characters, and also the 3 trilogy movies, the original trilogy, is pretty much a metaphor of being gay, if you think about it. Like the first movie is all about, there's so many moments in the movies where it could pretty much be a metaphor for coming out and being ostracized and trying to find your own tribe and trying to find people that accept you and come up against like systemic persecution. It's all a metaphor for that. It could be a metaphor for multiple civil rights struggles, but you could apply being gay to them, obviously, or trans to them. So this is not something new. Maybe it's new for DC in the sense of like being out in the open with Robin and the whole Batman and Robin thing, but this is not new territory for comic books. So, again, just loud and wrong as usual. Just but what else does Boosie got to do? Like he make music? I guess not. So there you go. And also on some more positive news in the animated comic book sort of front, but this is more on the animated TV side. Who's ready for Q-Force? This is from Out Magazine. Basically, Netflix has a new upcoming adult animated series called Q-Force. It's an all-star cast that features Sean Hayes, Gary Cole, David Harbour, Patty Harrison, Laurie Metcalf, Matt Rogers, Wanda Sykes, and Gabe Liederman, alongside Stephanie Beatrice and Niecy Nash, which I guess, unfortunately, that means Claus is never coming back, which, damn, because, if you think about it, Claus, what they ended on like the 3rd or the 4th season with like a cliffhanger, but then, COVID happened. I think season 4 was supposed to be the last season, but like, you know, I guess after the pandemic, it was like, well, I get what y'all get, you know. But you know, damn, I want my, you know, drama in my critics for one last time, one last summer, one last hurrah of, you know, just ratchetness and drama and, you know, violence and crime, you know, everything. But you know, I guess we don't get that, I'm assuming. Anyway, back to this main story, Q-Force. They'll be playing the roles of characters Princess Miria Papadopoulos and Karen, respectively. The series tells the story of an all LGBTQ plus motley crew of misfit crime fighters who are taken to the streets of West Hollywood, of course, and help to save the world, all while being absolutely fabulous. They're still a few weeks away from Q-Force premiere. I think it premieres on September the 2nd or the 3rd. But it's on Netflix. So it definitely seems like it will fall in the vein of like a Drawn Together, if you remember that show. If it's still, I'm not sure if it's still on, or you know, that whole Adult Swim. Let me take a sip first. That whole sort of Adult Swim, tongue-in-cheek adult cartoon aesthetic. It's, you know, definitely, you know, sound like something I would watch. So I'll probably check it out. Again, that's on Netflix. It's the Q-Force. Oh, hi. We got Bill Clax in the chat. Oh, maybe not in the chat. I don't know. But yeah, if you're in the right chat, welcome. If not, you know, I guess you can move around. But you know, either way, so that's Q-Force will be on Netflix pretty soon. I think in the next week or so. And of course, today the Aretha biopic comes out. I think it's only in theaters though. So of course that stars Jennifer Hudson as Aretha. Other people in there, Audrey McDonald, it's her mother. Mary J. Blige is down in Washington. Forrest Whitaker as her dad. So you know, and I think I said this before. I think I don't. It may end up having to compare to the other treatment of Cynthia Erivo's portrayal of Aretha in that miniseries, the docu-series, because that came out, I think maybe about the same time this last year. So you have to compare. It may or never be compared, like which one is necessarily better, but just comparing and contrasting the portrayals. But also, I'm not sure if that's totally fair because, you know, Jennifer has 2 hours in one movie to kind of show the range of Aretha, and I'm not sure what how far they're going to go into her career. They're going to focus on like the early years of her trying to find herself artistically, and maybe coming into that, and maybe a bit after her fame takes off. I'm assuming. And whereas the docu-series, the series on National Geographic, they followed her from childhood all the way up to like the late 90s, you know, with you know, makeup and things like that. So, you know, two different things as far as covering the time period and the amount of time they had to like make everything, you know, kind of gel together. So I'm not sure if it's a totally fair comparison, but people may do it anyway. Hopefully, you know, with Delta and everything, you know, the money's been funny for the movies with everything going on. So I hope it, you know, doesn't flop, because we all have like a disappointing first weekend. So you know, we'll see how it goes, but you know, it looks promising. So yeah. Oh well, if you don't like my show, you can get out, Mr. Bill. You can click on out of here. I'm just saying. All you gotta do is swipe left, back up. That's all. Anywho, let's get back into our videos and ignore the insolence. Next up, we got. This is the great track, a great tune. That's actually the name of the song is Tune. So we got this is Emma V also with DT Soul and Scripture. This is Tune. Again, this is Emma V, DT Soul and Scripture with tunes. Let's get into that.
Emma V's got a tune for you. I wanna pick you up whenever you're down, baby. I'm gonna make you stop when you're in my town, baby. You made me pour some rum when you're not around. I was lost, but now I am found. If I know something, I know it sounds crazy. It's gonna feel so good whenever I'm close to you. Promising I'll do the things that you want me to. Whenever you need some, you know I got some. I hope you don't plan on making me run. All you gotta do is call me up and I'll come. Ooh, baby.
For you. This one's for my lover.
friends about how I do, baby. Man, I hope you get home in time for my lane. I know you got time for me and you're saying, cause you know I got dynamite for this heat. When I'm in your sights, I'm gonna call you up. Tell you about the crazy ways I'm gonna love. And when it's my time, I'm gonna take you up to where you wanna be. That's where we're gonna be. To where you wanna be. That's where we're gonna be. To where you wanna be. That's where we're gonna be. Yeah, yeah. Hey, he's got at you.
Right now, it's MOV featuring DT Soul and Scripture with Tune. Like I said, a really good vibe on that one. Kind of got a mid to most sort of R&B vibe. Video got definitely fit the mood, with the colors and the lighting. You know, a nice compliment to it. A few facts about Miss MOV. She's a triple threat: singing, writing, and producing her own music. Off the back of her self-proclaimed debut album, self-produced album, debut album Honeymoon in 2019. She received praise from Idris Elba. All right. Speaking of talking about the rock earlier, fine older man. World famous DJ, and of course, also DJ Jazzy Jeff, and also Fonte. So that's some pretty big names. If you know Fonte is from the group Little Brother from North Carolina. He's also one of the co-hosts of Questlove Supreme, which is a great podcast. FYI, if you're like a music geek like me, you like long chats about music and sampling and techniques and production, all that fun stuff. So anyway, back to MOV. She's had a busy year since release of Sense. She's dropped 2 collaborative EPs with all-female collective Her Songs, a joint project with London jazz musician and rapper Alpha Mist, joining EP with Hungarian live band and DJ collective Soloquap in Budapest. She's also done features and productions for other artists. Her songs been featured on shows like I May Destroy You, Sisters on BET, Queen Sugar. So she's out here basically doing stuff. And also a few notes about Scripture. He's a founding member of the collective The Truth Movement. He's a member of the group The Score. He's also a rapper, singer, songwriter. He writes, produces, records, and mixes and promotes all of his music. He's worked with Gregory Porter, which Gregory Porter is also singing on a few tracks by Disclosure, like Hold On, another big hit from the album before last. He's been Biz Marquis, of course, who recently just passed, R.I.P. Charlotte Church, Will I Am, Dappy, Rich 2, Labyrinth, Angels, and Basement Jacks. So, pretty big. They're pretty active, in these streets. Both of them, and also DT Soul. Unfortunately, I couldn't get any information about him. All 3 of them are on Instagram. If you want to follow them as well. So that's MOV, Scripture, and DT Soul. And the name of that song was Tune. So yeah. Let's see what else we can get back. I didn't get a chance to print this news item out, but I did see it online earlier. Apparently, Colin Kaepernick is getting his own fictional series by his life. I can't think of the name of it, but Ava DuVernay is involved, so high quality production. I'm assuming it's going to be either on Netflix, possibly maybe now Netflix, maybe like on HBO Max or maybe Hulu, probably one of the streaming services or one of the premium channels. But it's about his life, like his childhood. Because if you know his background, I think he's adopted or I believe he's adopted, or I know think his parents are white, and then of course, but him growing up in the environment, of course, coming up in football, and then of course the whole controversy around kneeling and him being blackballed. So there's some, there was probably a few more than a few tales to tell, and on his journey to get to this point, where he is now, and he collaborated with him on the project, obviously. So, and so sounds like it could be interesting to see, in a fictional series form, what his experience has been like, laid out like that. So that show's coming up. Not sure when, but I'm assuming it'll be coming down the pike soon. Also, Issa staying busy, even though Insecure is ending Cheer. She's got a new show, reality-based show. She's not starring in it, but she's executive producing it, called Sweet Life, which, if you're a Frank Ocean fan, that's a reference to one of his songs from Channel Orange, which almost 10 years old, which, that's a while ago. Anywho, it just basically follows a group of young, ambitious, trying to be upwardly mobile Black folks living, I think, in Baldwin Hills, I believe, which is like the fancy part of LA for Black folks. I've never been out to LA, so I can't say. But it basically followed them around to their kind of ups and downs and their misadventures, and they're trying to kind of find themselves in their path of what they're trying to do. And, looks, basically beautiful, pretty people who are, taking, nice trips and, having nice meals and probably occasionally having some conflict, but, the bumpy variety, I guess. Less love and hip hop, a little bit more subdued. It seems like from the trailer anyway. There's some conflict, but it's not, turning over tables and throwing bottles. Not that type of conflict. But I guess it can be fun too, but in a messy way. I'm not. I think that one is supposed to debut. I believe next week, actually. I believe on the 19th, which I'm assuming it'll be on HBO Max, because, of course, Insecure is on HBO. So, I will keep a lookout on that, out for that, because it looks okay. Looks like it'll be an interesting escape, basically, into that world. So, but so that's that. This is what's going on. Trying to think what else is happening. Let's see. It's TV stuff, movie stuff. Well, I'm not sure, but we get back to the task at hand, which is the music. So up next we got. Oh wait, well, yeah, I can say this. This is a bit of older news, but I think this is a fantastic idea. Apparently, Nicki Minaj wants to host the Real Housewives of Potomac reunion special. Which, think about that. Nicki Minaj, Real Housewives of Potomac, peanut butter and jelly. I'm just saying. That makes total sense on paper and in action. So basically, she posted a trailer for the Bravo reality show on Instagram. This is back on towards the end of July. Set to remix of her 2010 hit "Moving for Life." She joked in the caption, "I'll be hosting a reunion. Let me know what y'all think to ask. Let me know what y'all want me to ask child." Then Karen, aka Josephine Baker, that's what her nickname is. She commented, "All right now," alongside a fire emoji. She's, of course, Nicki also hosts her own Queen Radio, so she knows a thing or two about emceeing a show. Also, other cast members on the show, Wendy got on the phone saying, "Yes, Queen." Someone else, Giselle Bryant, she didn't seem to mind it. So, I mean, of course, typically with the reunions, Andy hosts the reunions and dishes all the shade and dredges up everything. But I think, Nicki could be a natural fit for this, because I mean, clearly she watches the show. She's expressed some interest, even though she was joking about it. So there's that. Oh yeah, Andy does have 10,000 gigs. So yeah, he does have enough gigs. I just think it would add another element, because I mean, everybody knows Andy and kind of what he's gonna ask and how he's gonna maneuver. But with Nicki, you don't know, because number one, would it be a Nicki Minaj? You got like a level. It brings a whole other level of celebrity to it, and so it's like these women are just sitting there. They're not sitting there with Andy, who in a way is a celebrity, but it says it's kind of on their level in terms of how he got his name known. But Nicki Minaj is coming from a whole other, a whole other background, and so her coming in and just being who she is and asking questions, it's already good, because you're already going to be like in front of the TV like that, or in front of your phone like that, tablet, whatever. So it just adds a whole other element to the reunion that you probably wouldn't get with somebody else. So I'm I haven't watched. I watched like maybe 2 or 3 episodes of Potomac in the first season. I kind of got bored with it, and then I didn't come back to it. But I would definitely kind of skim through a marathon of episodes to watch this, because I could be up on my Scandal and for the show. You know, because like I said before, you know how it works. You know, receipts, scandal, receipts, scandal. So I'm I'm sure it's not too hard to catch up on it, but it's still, you know, you want to be here for the ooh and everything. So, but yeah, I definitely can see that happening with Nicki Minaj hosting a reunion special. So hopefully that comes out. Hopefully that comes to fruition. So yeah, I can see Andy giving it his blessing. So you know, he's still making money regardless. So anyway. But yeah, but with that said, let's get back to the music and the music videos. This next one is from an artist. That's from 2 artists actually, collaboration. Actually, this one has had that kind of 90s, maybe early 2000s sort of feel to it, both in the sound and in the video. This is Figgy Baby and Mother Nature with Ground Floor. So let's get into that now. This is Figgy Baby and Mother Nature with Ground Floor.
Can you turn me up a little bit, dude? Hey, check. Whatever one we in is a hot boy season. Hot pepper, garlic, butter, lemon for the season. Turned over for the vegans. My partner thick, tight, they gotta squeeze in. Hey, slap the ass, twerk with them. Whoa, just dance on rhythm. Whoa, just make sure that you ask for permission. I play mass, I could easily just switch them. I be whoever the fuck I wanna be, whenever I wanna beat them. That right there is the easiest decision. Throw me in a dress and still lean like a cholo. I might show up in heels and just a polo. I like boyish girls dress matching. We could gender bend all over the bed mattress. Yeah. Keep streaming on my hits though. I got a whole range. If they all cute, might let them run a soul train. They can have my whole name. We don't really pour drink. Yeah, still up on the floor crank. No one here pull rank. Yo, fix, start rapping before you fuck up the whole thing. Yeah. Chill. Okay, I'm gonna calm down.
I can't hear you. Sorry, your music. Oh, no, the gate was open. I'll see what the name is crystal clean. Oh, word. All right. Oh, are we not supposed to be? Thank you. Hopefully you guys got something. Yeah, we did.
Makeup on with a boyish charm. Whether his or hers, she's still on my arm. Zazzy little fetish might purr when you pet it. Ask no questions, she prefer the aesthetic. Wrist so mean, shorty crystal clean. Whole suit cream, feeling two-tone green. Amethyst for cameras and crowns for queens. Channelers got stamina, can't handle us. Power from the now, take a sip or be a vulture. Pride in your style, giving life to the culture. Hold back for what CC's in the strut. Your cup on E, cause you never had enough. Sip, I need every sip. Pinky up, let him lick a licks off my lips. Kinky love. Who said Mother Nature couldn't switch up like the seasons with this foreplay defense?
You tired of looking like SpongeBob SquarePants? Does lumpy and bumpy describe your hip pads? Are your hips serving Christmas dinner? Are you paying too much for crusty old couch cushions? DragOnABudget.com has the answer. Hashtag Body by Dementia. Body by Dementia. Body by Dementia. The #1 hip pads and stuffed bra seller on your neighbor's internet. Our hips come in 3 sizes. Small for a subtle look, medium for a more curvy option, and our custom size for those that need a more precise fit. Go to DragOnABudget.com and order yours today. DragOnABudget.com, the one-stop shop for all your drag needs. For queens, kings, and everyone in between. Since 1915. Shit, I mean 1925? 2015.
Body by Dementia, your pads look like trash.
back now. It's Figure Baby and Mother Nature with Brown Floor. Like I said, strong. I would say 90s, early 2000s vibe to it, especially like I said, it reminded me of that None by Nature video back in the day, but called Jamboree, like Jamboree, like a jam. Not one of the bigger songs, but if you think about the discography, it's if you know, you kind of know. But anyway, that was Figure Baby and Mother Nature. Get into a few facts about them. With Figure Baby, he's a international touring queer rapper, dancer, and community builder. He's based in Los Angeles. He creates work exploring the healing and reimagining of masculinity and manhood. He's best known. I guess they identify as they. Best known for their gender-defying style, thoughtful lyricism, and high energy, state performance. Figure Baby strives to create a fluid space that recognizes identity and truth as continuously changing and progressing aspects of life. And got the duo Mother Nature. Individual names Clever and Truth, like love that. The MCs are ordered to building a legacy founded on defiance and self-discovery. And they're based out of Chicago. And they're the answer for listeners seeking both substance and simplicity. Also, educators, they master ability to deliver witty content through uplifting bars. And so basically, kind of joining forces with Figure Baby and Mother Nature. With the track, I think it's a good track. I would like to see them collaborate again, see what they come up with next. Of course, they're both all the artists tonight are on Instagram. You want to follow them. Of course, you can follow Figure Baby. You can follow Mother Nature on Instagram. They have good content. Fits the vibe and the image. They work well together. So yeah, that's a good track. That was Figure Baby and Mother Nature with Ground Floor. So. All right. Let's see what other news items we got for this episode. Let's see. Talked about Jake. Talked about Leah, music streaming. We'll see in the comic book, whatever. I guess a few thoughts. Get a sip first. Of course, other news this week. Rihanna is now a billionaire status. So, which I mean. I have conflicted feelings about. On the one hand, I think, especially if it was like a few years ago or 5-10 years ago, I probably been like work. But now it's just like in light of things crashing and burning, in the past year or so, or even before that, it's just I do wonder because everybody, if people sort of rail against an Elon Musk or a Jeff Bezos or a Richard Branson for trying to go to Mars, is it like a dick measuring contest? And we kind of have and in a way we do have to kind of keep that same energy for Rihanna, even though I will say Rihanna is not like them in the sense that she did not come from money. She's not a privileged white dude who got a loan from their daddy for $250,000, or who came from parents who already had $1 million, a la Elon Musk. So she is different in that sense. She did work her way up, but the fact that she, girl, you're still wealth hoarding. You still got a little Scrooge McDuck in you. I'm just, I hate to say it, but at the same time, if you're gonna, go across the board, then that includes our black billionaires as well. I don't know how much it adds to the rest of our quality of lives for Rihanna to be worth a billion, but good for her on a personal achievement. But in terms of the wider society, I think there are better ways for that. For the things to trickle down. I'll just leave it at that because we need to go get too in the weeds about it. Anywho, so she's a billionaire, so feel how you want to feel about that, but that's through my 2 cents, pun intended. So that was one thing that happened this week. If you have time and you have the strength of the side eye, I guess I would kind of advise you to watch Nick Cannon's interview with the Breakfast Club, because Nick been out here making just setting up franchises with these families, with these mamas, with these women. He gives an interview with the Breakfast Club, but I'm not sure why I watched a lot of it. I just wanted to watch to see where his head was at with this, and it's just a whole lot of circular logic. It's just at one point he was saying women don't choose, I don't choose women, they choose me, and I just go along. It's wait, hold up. It's it does take, I get what he's saying. They do have to choose to want to have a baby with you, but you have to choose it takes two to unless you go on about it other ways. It takes two to have, to make love and have a baby. It's not just like she just showed you like you're powerless, you can't escape. So I mean, there was that, and then there was the whole idea. He said that at one point he thought of marriage as like a European institution. Eurocentric, monogamy as a Europe, and marriage is like a Eurocentric institution that he was rebelling against. Which, okay, but at the same time, Mariah Carey included all the women that you have in these kids with don't look very African or African American. They may be mixed in there, but all of them got some strong European lineage directly. So, she got right on time. Because he insinuated that she has her own thoughts about marriage, which I'm assuming she does. She would not have the best feelings about marriage, given who she was married to before Nick, Tommy, and that whole drama. If you haven't read her book, read. I can only imagine what she is thinking about. While she's throwing a champagne glass back in the mansion, like, and I'm sure like she probably just sit there thinking like, now I just want to be in my house, walking around, sashaying, call me darling and everything. Like, child, I ain't signed for that. I ain't here for that. So she exeunt right on time out of that, which true, he has the money to take care of the kids and everything else, but I would think when you have that many children, it's probably hard enough attending to all their emotional needs in the same house, let alone separate houses, and having to check in with the mother and check in on how they're doing, and you're just gonna miss some things. You're not gonna be there for certain things. Someone in the comments says he's gonna miss the smaller moments, and I think that's true. Like, you're just gonna miss that moment where your child is just like something happens and like in a split second and like they need you, but then of course you're not there because you're somewhere else, maybe in one of the other kids' houses, and it's like I don't know how. I just financially, you could swing it, but I just don't know how that's gonna work in the long term with all these kids, especially as they get older, and it's just I don't know. It's who knows. Well, actually, who will know? We'll all know when about 20 years from now, when the kids write a book, because one of them will. Or a few. So we'll know. Not now, maybe not from Nick. We gonna know. Hungry? All right. So, there's that. What else? If you're a fan of Dear White People, the fourth season trailer is out now. This is final season, unfortunately, but I guess it's about time to wrap it up. Of course, that's the Netflix series based on the movie of the same name, following Black students on the PWI. For those who don't know what PWI is, it's a predominantly white institution. So there you go, your knowledge for the day. Ding, ding, ding. All right. So this is the final season. The trailer came out, I think, a few days ago. It's only going to have like a bit of a 90s theme to it. So there's that. If you're for the nostalgia, to quote Mariah again. So if that trailer's out for that, I think I'm trying to think when the show is going to be on the air. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see. I want to say it should be out pretty soon. They're going to advertise the trailer now. But I think it'll probably be within the next month or so. But yeah, I would just look it up. I'm sure it'll be out soon. I'm sure the trailer's on Netflix. You could look it up on YouTube. That's the last season of Dear White People will be on before you know it. So yeah. But with that said, let's get back into the music. So next up, this is the one I came across. I think I came across this on Yo LGBT Raps. Like, again, that's, if you're not following them, that's a great page for LGBT rap, hip hop. They always have the new things. So if you not open them, I would definitely follow them. This artist is a bop definitely for the summer or beyond the summer. This is Jay Wynn with Can't Tell Me Nothing. So again, let's get into that right now. This is Jay Wynn and Can't Tell Me Nothing.
Only do it hella big, little J from the Bay, got a mouth so slick. Stay with a mug like a hot beverage. If I had a couple dreads, I would shake that shit. You can't say nothing if your pockets stay touching, cause I'm all about the bread. Put the dough in the oven, the bag overflowing like the top of a muffin. I'm a super bad bitch, you can call me McLovin. Real talk. Feel like a big boss, my bars tip top. Money calls never get dropped. My job big guap, and I'm not making piss stops. The feet get socked up cause I could never flip flop. Knocking on the door of opportunity, I look like who they wanna be. I'm so fly, man, even on a flight, they can't get over me. Eat me up like groceries, a dose of me, you so feliz. I got the magic Harry Potter with the sorcery. Yeah, you can't tell me nothing. Yeah, you can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Yeah, the boss ass bitch, they stuntin'. Yeah, you can't tell me nothing. Yeah, you can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. I'm a super bad bitch, Nick loves it. Take them dreads. Take them dreads. Take. Yeah, the boss ass bitch, they stuntin'. Take them dreads. Take them dreads. Take. Feel me, I be hitting goals, put it in a hole like zero. Focus on the profit, get the robbers at the Niro. Put it on my mommy, you don't catch me on a pillow, cause I could be sleeping on the cheese, I'm chasing with the Cheetos. Yeah, that I mean, my pockets on green, no stems and no seeds. I drip steez, sweeter than 16, so seamless, I make it look easy. I'm living how your dreams be, stupid little beezy. Now PC4, blow you to bits on beaches. My peeps run up on you like 3-6, the mob lit. You see I'm sorta like deep dish, the sauce thick. I need a couple of pre-scripts, I'm so sick. I'm from the land where we swing all cars, yeah, I'm a Stewie, you bitch, you wanna get involved? Well, I'm lightweight, gassed up, ethanol. Boss bitch run shit on seat this y'all. Yeah, you can't tell me nothing. Yeah, you can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Yeah, the boss ass bitch, they stuntin'. Yeah, you can't tell me nothing. Yeah, you can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. I'm a super big bitch with love. Take them dreads. Take them dreads. Take. Yeah, the boss ass bitch, they stuntin'. Take them dreads. Take them dreads. Take that shit. Feel me?
Was Jay Wynn with Can't Tell Me Nothing. Like I said, I told you it was a bop for the summer, like any time when you're really positioned right now, really impeccable flow, really fit the rhyme and fit the beat of the track. Lovely, it was shot, very high energy. So, that was Jay Wynn with Can't Tell Me Nothing. A little bit of facts about Jay Wynn. A few facts about Can't Tell Me Nothing. Basically pays respect to San Francisco in the Bay Area, where she's originally from. It's energetic and draws from sounds and lyrics she grew up listening to. And also, she's actually about to become a mama. If you follow her on Instagram, she shows some pictures of her with child. She's about to pop. She basically felt it was important to pay homage to her roots and create a song that drove energy, happiness and pride back into the world. So that's that. Again, that's Jay Wynn. You can follow her on Instagram as well. I'm assuming she'll be active, as soon as she get, like she's about to pop on Instagram with the baby. So I'm sure that she gives birth, she'll be back and having more songs, having more tracks and videos and stuff, so you can follow her. So yeah, congrats to her. So yes, I guess we can move. Well, yeah, we can move right along to the next artist. We got this artist. Again, another kind of high energy track. But this one I came across, I believe this is LGBT Rap too, or it may have been LGBT Underground. Both of those are great, and also the Weekly Top 40 is another great site with DJ Baker. This is one I came across as well, another sort of high energy track. This is Kilo Letitia with Charizard. Just Pokemon, yeah, it is Pokemon reference, yes. Let's get into that right now. This is Kilo Letitia with Charizard.
So many be hating, but it ain't my fault. Positive thoughts get positive results. Smoking that strong, incredible hard. Dripping so hard, you need a lifeguard. Getting real litty just like a Charizard. Mama me on my radar. Her head banging like rock stars.
Edges shrimp like Betty Boo, young M.A. Baby, ooh, getting head like shampoo. Oh, no, no, like I do. No to chain, but it's true. Pocket fat and they blue. Hey, bitch, how about you? Big jet ski and dripping, baby, in Miami. Big freak saw me and she call me Zaddy. Pull a lick and sweet, they shook me like some candy. Section is gorillas and you with chimpanzees. Bitch, ha! Ring, ding, 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 money calling my phone. Young lady, little, this shit be grown. Itty bitty bitch, better watch your tone. OMG, what the fuck you thinking? Bro, will stomp you like her. Pop, 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 pop. Oh my god, they spank them. Know your place, just stop the faking. But that hate just got them feeling, yeah, some type of way. I'm with the shits, little bitch, any time of day. A Playboy bunny, yo bitch funny, yeah, she like to play. I'm rolling up, I'm on her button, yeah, yo bitch on me. So many behave, but it ain't my fault. Positive thoughts get positive results. Smoking that strong, incredible hard. Dripping so hard, you need a lifeguard. Getting real litty just like a Shazar. Mama me on my radar. Her head banging like rock stars. Edges shrimp like Betty Boo, young M.A. Baby, ooh, getting head like shampoo. Oh, no, no, like I do. No to chain, but it's true. Pocket fat and they yeah. Bitch, how about you? Just shake it, baby, go ahead and make me happy. Yeah, dancing in the mirror saying it's my body. Bust it, baby, go ahead and make it nasty. Shawty is a baddie and she gotta have me. I'm busting a nut, not giving a fuck, my heart is never included. She looking me down, that bitch going dummy, that bitch right there going stupid. That beat my stay, we blowing that dang little bitch, we getting booted. And to be frank, I'm getting that bacon, she like the way that I do it. And I like the way that she moving, left and right, she baby be grooving. I'm talking heavy set, baby fat, big ol' booty. I'm talking tutti fruity, really juicy, she's a cutie. I'm talking so that bussy, so that sussy, that's Miss Glossy. Yeah. So many behave, but it ain't my fault. Positive thoughts get positive results. Smoking that strong, incredible hard. Dripping so hard, you need a lifeguard. Getting real litty just like a Shazar. Mama me on my radar. Her head banging like rock stars. Edges shrimp like Betty Boo, young M.A. Baby, ooh, getting head like shampoo. Oh, no, no, like I do. No to chain, but it's true. Pocket fat and they blue. Hey, bitch, how about you?
Right, and that was Kilo Letitia with Charizard. Like I said, another kind of high energy track. Kind of quirky and kooky, but in a good way. Let's see a little facts about Kilo. Basically, she's from Prince George's County, Maryland. She's also she basically says she reminds you of an older relative. She kind of does have that kind of auntie vibe, I guess you could say. She gets like from her parents. She grew up traveling. She grew up also a tomboy. She didn't quite fit in. She also loves to paint and listen to music and play sports. So she kind of took a while to kind of find her artistic groove, basically. And that's again, she's also on Instagram. If you want to follow her, Kilo Letitia, and again, that's Charizard. It doesn't say if she has an album out yet, but I'm assuming she probably has something coming dropping soon. I mean, the single is definitely out now. I think if you want to look her up on iTunes or YouTube Music or Spotify or anything. So yeah, again, that's Kilo Letitia with Charizard. Let's see what's going on in the chat. What y'all talking about? Anybody? See if I get to another headline real quick. This is some news here, and as far as documentaries go, let's see if I can find that page. There we go. All right, so if you know what this means, then you know what I'm about to talk about. So Rick James is getting the documentary treatment. Basically, this is from I think Hip Hop DX. The explosive Motown singer, prolific throughout the 60s and 70s, of course, AIDS as well. And of course, this came from Chappelle's show. It's me, baby. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, yeah, the whole thing. Here's come a documentary about the man, myth, legend, Rick James on the way. This is a Showtime documentary called The Trailer for Bitchin', The Sound and Fury of Rick James. It's directed by Emmy Award nominee and Mass Appeal creator director Sasha Jenkins. Bitchin' is described as a quote, intimate yet propulsive look at Rick James, one of the rock, funk, and R&B's most legendary and often unappreciated figures. Features rap footage of his live shows, there before seen home video, original interviews with artists like Ice Cube, Parliament Funkadelic, Bootsy Collins, and Big Daddy Kane. And also numerous recorded interviews. Of course, Rich passed away back in 2004. And of course, he had his ups and downs with drug addiction, led stints in jail. Of course, they had a whole kidnapping scandal. And said, and of course, the trailer is up now. If you want to watch it, I didn't get a chance to view it today, but I definitely think with it being Rick James, there'll be stories to tell, and people will have, I think hopefully it won't focus just on the outrageous side of him, because he was a musician and a songwriter, and he had influence, so hopefully they'll focus on that aspect of him as well with this documentary. But again, that's on Showtime, and I want to say it comes out September 3rd. So yeah, not too long from now. Friday after next, actually. From 9 p.m. So yeah. Tina Maria. Well, in the documentary, I'm sure they got footage of them performing together, because she passed too. But yeah, you can't talk about Rick James without talking about fire in his eyes. So yeah, definitely should make an appearance in the documentary as far as talking about their collaboration and what they meant to each other, musically. So yeah, definitely. Even Prince too, because early on, before Prince broke big, he was on tour with Rick James. If you ever watched the YouTube series, I want to say Tales from the Tour Bus is the name of it. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, they were on tour together. It's like they do Tales from the Tour Bus. Like they do this little animated series, but all the stories are true. So it's a story like about how Rick James was like playing in one of his people, like this little motherfucker trying to upstage me every night, because basically Prince in the very beginning, he would go out and Rick's audience would really be a bit hostile towards him. Not as hostile as Rolling Stones audience. That's a whole another story, but I'm gonna get into that in a minute. But he had a rough go over trying to win Rick's audience over, so that hopefully they can kind of cover a bit of that too, because he had that interaction, and of course I'm not sure they're gonna talk about the Chappelle, because that really for people my age, even though we were aware of some of the songs like Super Freak and Give It To Me Baby and a couple other ones, Mary Jane Girls, that really brought him back in terms of name recognition to a younger audience. So I'm sure they'll talk about that, the skits as well, and Charlie Murphy and all that other stuff as well. So yeah, that's coming out September 3rd. The trailer's up now online. Come and watch that. But getting back to Prince, I recently discovered, even though it's wrapping up now, you can still go back and listen to it because it's a podcast. It's a podcast done by Troy Ray, called, I think, Who Is Prince, I believe is the name of it. And this examines, of course, Troy Ray is a writer for, he's a journalist. He's written for like Rolling Stone. He's written for Vibe, I believe. He's also been on BET, and also, I believe, probably CNN, and he's well known. He's written a book about Prince as well. They interviewed Prince back in the day as well. He's written a book of, it's basically a podcast that goes over each thing so far, takes the title of a Prince song or a lyric from like an artist that inspired Prince, and it talks about an aspect of Prince's life, either who influenced him as a musician, or what impacted his personality in terms of like his childhood and his parents and things like that. Or to get into like him as like a producer or as a songwriter, it really seems to be going in depth about kind of who Prince, trying to figure out who Prince was, because it's not an easy task, because he did put up many walls in terms of maintaining like sort of enigmatic persona, But I mean, they interview like Wendy and her sister from the Revolution. They interview I think other musicians that worked with him. They interview his engineer Susan, who was like his engineer for a very long time. So they get as close to the sources they can, in terms of like trying to give a good insight into who Prince was. So yeah, if we want to look at the podcast up, that's a good one. Who is Prince? I think about with Troy Ray. So that's a good one. Yeah. We'll get back into the music. So have our next artist tonight. It's another collaboration. This is more of a kind of R&B vibe, but it's definitely like a mood, for lack of a better word. This is Kai featuring Ryan Besco with Bottom of the Bottle. So let's get into that now. This is Kai and Ryan Besco with Bottom of the Bottle.
Here's my post-scripture as I'm over your ass. P.S. heard you was down bad. P.S. I hopped in my bag. P.S. I'm over your ass. You see, pull up in a phantom. I ain't tryna scare nobody, but I'm ghosted. Said they wanna kill my vibe. Recognize that I'm causing a commotion. Swerving in and out of lanes, understand we not the same. Yeah. I want the money, keep the fame, going up like paper planes. Yeah. And now I'm lost in the sky, it's all in my mind. I'm losing my high, coming down for you. I'm looking you in the eyes, show me a sign. I always reply if it comes from you. Yeah. Bottom, bottom, I'm looking for the bottom, bottom. I'm looking for the one who knows me best. I'm waiting on the one I can't forget. I'm looking for you while we getting rowdy, and I'm sipping on your body as a toast. We off that 1942, fuck the club. I would rather be with you. And now I'm lost in the sky, it's all in my mind. I'm losing my high, coming down for you. I'm looking you in the eyes, show me a sign. I always reply if it comes from you. Yeah. Bottom, bottom, I'm looking for the bottom, bottom. I'm looking for the one who knows me best. I'm waiting on the one I can't forget. I'm looking for.
I said hello, you said who you? I said I'm right, you played it cool. Bought you a drink, you made a move. Started to laugh, winked at me too. Asked for your man, you said he whack.
I said he rapped.
You said he whack, gave me a look, and I look back. You look upset, but I didn't ask. Reach for my hand, I didn't mind. Ask for your sign, it's Gemini. While I'm a Sag, I don't wear masks. Tend to love hard when it's not in the plan. Be careful, cause the bottle always come right after death. And if he don't treat you right, then I'll pick up where he left. Big beast.
Bottom, bottom, I'm looking for the bottom, bottom. I'm looking for the one who knows me best. I'm waiting on the one I can't forget. I'm looking for you. I got this drink in my cup, cup. I got this drink in my cup, cup. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh.
And that was Kai and Ryan Besco with Bottom of the Bottle. If you, like I said, definitely like a mid-tempo mood kind of vibe to it, but definitely catchy as well. There's a few facts about the two of them real quick. Get my information up. With Kai, he's from Providence. He's an R&B vocalist. He's also a singer-songwriter. He's based in Los Angeles. He also composes records. He also released his debut album in summer called Letters from the West Side, 13 tracks. He also sang and written by him, featuring Ryan and also Terrell. He first started working in the industry in New York with the single Energy. This was back in 2019. Later that same year, released his first 5-track EP, Apartment 38, which also featured the protest anthem BLM. So, in a few facts about Ryan, it's pronounced Beesco. Sorry about that. He's a rapper, singer-songwriter from Fort Smith, Arkansas, so down south. All right. Also known as the River. Ryan's been writing, performing, recording, and releasing music since the age of 15, back in 2012. He has recognition for co-writing the song "Faces" by Simon Cowell's boy band Pretty Much. Also worked for J-pop artist Shamina for voicemail number 5, and I Cannot Go Back to You. So there was that. So yes, okay. So like I said, great collaboration. Got a few collaborations tonight that we played tonight. I'd like to see them collaborate again, see what they do next, or even we just follow them separately, because I think it was a great mesh with them together. So again, that was Kai featuring Ryan Besco with Bottom of the Bottle. So yeah. So we're coming to the end. I'm trying to think of topics we got before we go to our last video. Real quickly, actually, just FYI, again, if you know any artist that's doing has a great video, you can send it to me at send the link to me at afrosensei@gmail.com. And it's afrosensei@gmail.com. And also, we now have the official Afro Sensei playlist that I update monthly. It's almost time to update the playlist, so it's getting close to the end of August. if you know an artist has a great song, but they don't have a video, or either or, maybe the video doesn't fit in for an episode, but I still like the song, you can send it to me at africansensation@gmail.com. Just send me the link, and I will listen to it. And then, I try to keep the playlist down to about 25 to 30 songs, and it's updated monthly. So again, if you know an artist that either has a great song or a great video or both, send them to me at africansensation@gmail.com, so I can take a listen to them. And also just, even after this show airs, you can also always share the link to the show and watch it back later. Because, just because you didn't watch it live, you can't still enjoy it. It's still new to you. So, yeah, so there's that. With that said, I don't think I have any more news items to reel off in a runabout. So we can get to our last video of the night. This is from a rap collective I found, again, on your LGBT Raps. Like I said, a great page on IG. This is The Alliance. And this is Epicenter. So let's get into that now. This is The Alliance, and this is Epicenter.
When your identity and actions don't sync up, the real reason why we can never link up. But at 6 feet, bet I still could reach ya. Crossing paths, I could see the reaper meet ya. They went on live, open carry with the fever. Heating up, gonna see the street sweeper. Walk up to your house, hope I get to see ya. IRL, cause online I don't believe ya. BMI say Obisha, BM in my DM say I'm slim thick. You know I like to stir the pot, I'm whipping in my kitchen. Jive turkeys out here, shucking with the oysters and corn. Ain't no pearls at the break of dawn. Walking on the backs of the sheep. Lot of wool on my feet, Uggs in my wardrobe. So I'd rather walk slow, stay in line and just get to the point. Is a Morse code, phone home before the SOS for the lost souls, baby. You don't want these kind of problems. You don't want these kind of problems. Hitting different when we get the mob and stop it. You don't want these kind of problems. Never slipping when we get the climbing, baby. You don't want these kind of problems. You ain't got the right age. We are not the same, baby. You don't want these kind of problems. Drive by, spray ass, stay in your lay ass. Stop it. You don't want these kind of problems.
If you knocking and bucking, be ready to fight. Be sure this is what you want, won't have a chance to think twice. See, I'm naughty, never nice. I'm the one that stays spastic. Compared to you princesses, I'm the dragon, the new dragon, the opposite of H2O. Spit it so cold, you gon' have to blow your nose. Sick, no containment, not contagious, still don't get too close. Thought I was acting on the show when I say I don't know you hoes. Don't care to be acquainted, need a new friend. I ain't in nobody in my circle, ain't never been basic. Copy my style, but they think can never trace it. Trying to be parallel, but you never adjacent. Feel this, I catch cases, now I feel live. Pull cards, no, I'm not the one you wanna deal with. Don't steal shit, I kill shit. Yeah, I'm on some trill shit. Find a new wave, get off that twerking. Drill shit, real shit.
Baby, you don't want these kind of problems. You don't want these kind of problems. Hitting different when we get the mob and stop it. You don't want these kind of problems. Never slipping when we get the climbing, baby. You don't want these kind of problems. You ain't got the right age. We are not the same, baby. You don't want these kind of problems. Drive by, spray ass, stay in your lay ass. Stop it. You don't want these kind of problems.
Who was that they said they wanted smoke? They can get it in the New York minute. Epicenter what it's given. See, they started jumping shit, cause it's hot up in the kitchen. But it's not to a nigga that's a target of the system. I remember how to multiply, subtract, in addition. But it seems like there's a mission for deliberate division. Represent the whole spectrum, light is a prism. Open up your eyes, get your mind out the prison. Easier to say it, but to do it, then you gotta prove it. Is the sound of revolution your kind of music? Or you just super complacent with being mediocre? Coming up shorter than a 3-leaf clover. You don't want these kind of problems, man, it's no solving them. They gon' fit a bit like James Harden, and it's the playoffs. They really need to lay off. just stopped. I think they could use a day off.
Baby, you don't want these kind of problems. You don't want these kind of problems.
You don't want none. Let me tell you something, man. Since we on this topic, you need to know the Alliance is back. We took a little hiatus so you guys can rock. But I guess you guys are not doing a great job. So I guess we had to come back and, you know, take over. But I'm telling you, you don't want none of these problems. You don't want none of this. Because we are the Alliance. You know? Ha ha. Bye. Bye.
And that was the Alliance with Epicenter. Like I said, we had like a posse cut, like I said, back in the gap. A few facts about them. Their first collaboration music video, "I Be On It," was actually released back in 2014. Now, their concert was a launching pad for the group. In 2016, they saw a production video with a 1-2 punch of their first mixtape, The Prequel, followed by the EP introducing the Alliance. They had 3 singles called "Sugar Water," Part 1, "Phone Tap," fan favorite "Cake," and "Voices." Now they got a new album that's out now called Supergroup as well. So, but that first EP went on to be nominated for the Annual Independent Music Awards. So good for them. Like I said, the current album Supergroup is out now, and you know, like I said, I don't think we won't see it as much anymore as far as like a collective, sort of trading off the rhymes and everybody going off in that way and trading verses. You know, so it's a different look. Again, that was the Alliance with Epicenter. So yeah, so that's the final video for tonight. Again, if you know any artist is doing has a great video or a great song or both, like I said, we got, of course, because we play here every other week, and we also have playlists now, the Afro-Sensei playlist. You can send those to me, send links to me at afrosensei@gmail.com. Or just send the artist IG page to me at afrosensei@gmail.com, and I'll take a look at it. And you know, if it fits, we can play a video here. If not, then you can also play the song. If they don't have a great song, but don't have a video for it yet. So that's 2 options. So yeah, definitely going to get back into doing more interviews soon. I know it's been a while since I've done an interview, but I think I have a few artists in mind I'm going to reach out to and ask about doing interviews, so we can get back into that more. Because I think that's definitely an important part of the show. So it's definitely if people want to reach out to and see what the people willing to do it. So that'll be coming up. Of course, the next show will be on the 27th of August. Try to think in between now and then. Or by then, hopefully, of course, the new single will be out, Little Ways will be out, and hopefully the video will be out around the same time, so it could maybe debut here, and you know, so you can see how that turned out. I think it will turn out really great, just from the shots I've seen from the director. Vintage Frenchie showed me a few things, and I think it looks pretty cool. So if I do say so myself. And again, any artist you know is doing great things, send them to me at afrosensei@gmail.com, and I'll see you back here on August 27th. So until then, thank you for tuning in. Good night.